Yallah, second one, pride and arrogance. Na'udhu billah, to be a man of pride or a woman of pride, and arrogance, na'udhu billah. Glory and boasting. You boast, you look at people as if they are not your match. They are not your match. Some of us, when they have a little position, you start feeling like people are below you. Astaghfirullah. And you forgot that you were like that. No, sisters and brothers. Please understand that there is no difference between you and that guy who's pumping gas for you now. He might be closer to Allah than you. He is there pumping gas. Well, Allah gave you a better car, and alhamdulillah, He's serving you. So be nice, be thankful. Thank you, sir, thank you. You don't lose anything. Huh? That the maid is no less than you. She could be crying to Allah every night and making dua, and she could be feeding her family halal, while you, I don't know from where the money is coming, while she's getting only 800 ringgit. She may have left a baby who's still suckling milk from her. Poverty. Okay. Ghafir. In Surah Ghafir, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said about boasting and pride and feeling arrogant, na'udhu billah. وَقَالَ مُوسَى إِنِّي عُذْتُ بِرَبِّي وَرَبِّكُم مِّن كُلِّ مُتَكَبِّرٍ لَا يُؤْمِنُ بِيَوْمِ الْحِسَابِ. Musa alayhi salam said, verily I seek refuge in my Lord and your Lord from every arrogant who believes not in the day of reckoning. So it is related, sisters and brothers, arrogance is related to not believing in Allah. That is true. A person why do you think a person feels arrogant? There is one thing missing in his mind and heart. Belief in the day of judgment. If he knows there is day of judgment, he wouldn't behave like that. He has forgotten. No, Sheikh, I believe there is day of judgment. No, you know there is, but you don't believe. There is difference between I know and I believe. Knowing, I know night is coming. I believe night is coming. That's why shahada is stronger. That's why we say, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. I bear witness, as if I'm seeing there is only one God. It's called shahada. So please understand, one way why some people feel arrogant is that they don't believe in the day of judgment. If Fir'aun believed in the day of judgment, would he behave arrogantly? No. He wouldn't. Qarun, same thing. Qarun from Bani Israel. The problem of Qarun is a bigger problem than Fir'aun. Because he was from Bani Israel. He even forgot his race. You understand, like you are a Malay, and you start behaving more than the British just because the British gave you some power? It's true. Between the slave of the palace and the slave that works in the field, which one is more faithful to the boss? Yes, because he lives inside the palace. He eats the best food, he eats aircon. Yeah. Boss, are we sick today, boss? Are we sick? Even he gets sick, you feel sick. Because you are slave of the house, of the palace. The slave of the field always eats nasty food, sweat. That's why he wants freedom. You don't want freedom. Yeah. That's what the British did. They took some Malays, injected them with little luxury, and they will guard the other Malays. When the other Malays want freedom, why, you want me to lose the living in? That's exactly what they did to the Arabs. What they did to the Africans. So the African slave that works for his master, the same thing America did in America. The slaves, when they put some slaves with them, close to them. I just wanted to show you that sometimes even a slave will feel arrogant versus another slave. Yeah. Because you forgot from where you come. And you forget Yawm al-Qiyamah. Please be careful. Just see it. At work. Let's say you have a business, you have Shell station. Some of you are listening now, carefully. You have a gas station, you have something, you have Kentucky Fried Chicken. All the workers saying, take one of them and make him their boss. Promote him as You start, hey, you, do this. I will tell the boss. Man, you were just like us.
Yeah.
Just yesterday you were in the same. Right away he becomes bossy. Because the boss gave him little money. Yes, and gave him. He just add another alphabet on his t-shirt. Employee, he went S. تكبير. النحل سورة النحل. لا جرم أن الله يعلم ما يسرون وما يعلنون إنه لا يحب المستكبرين. And this is what I told you many times, sisters. If Allah doesn't love the mustakbirin, who are you to love the mustakbirin? Allah himself, the most arrogant, hates anyone who behaves arrogantly. Yet, oh, that's my best friend, it's okay. No. If he is arrogant, tell him, brother, Allah doesn't love the arrogant. I'm sorry, I cannot like you anymore because you are arrogant. You're showing arrogance now. Yes. Poor guy, he's coming to shake chair with me because he's flat, I do this. You see your politicians, sometimes when they shake with Ra'yat, don't even look. Look, man, like this. Brother, how are you? Uncle, we are here for you.
Would you vote for me?
No. Would you vote for me? Already started the political campaign. I am the politician, you are the Ra'yat. Would you vote for me? Of course I will never vote for you because I'm politician. You vote for me. It's like this. And no, serious. Some people when they give salam, this is how. But when they see somebody important, oh, Tansri, Pakabar, Apakabar, Patata, Patata. No. This is very wrong. So it's your behavior that told me. I am not here judging you. But look, the way you said salam to that person. The way you said, the way you spoke. That's what made me tell you that. It was not. It's not like you were humble, sitting with people, and No. Usually it's arrogant people cannot hide arrogance, by the way.
Yeah.
They cannot. It's something that we cannot hide. The other ayah, so Allah said, truly He does not like the proud. So if you know someone is proud, please, khalas, stay away from him, because Allah doesn't like him. Al-Baqarah. وإذ قلنا للملائكة اسجدوا لآدم فسجدوا إلا إبليس أبى واستكبر وكان من الكافرين. What was the problem of Iblis, my brothers? Istakbara. He became arrogant. He became arrogant. He was okay. He saw Adam, he became jealous. From jealousy, it became arrogance. By the way, the worst form of arrogance is the arrogance of a poor person. Have you seen some poor people are very arrogant? Yeah. Example, you give them 10 ringgit, they throw it back. Give me purple. Red is not for me. Purple. You give little sadaqah, they say no. Or, Ya Allah, you have no reason to be arrogant. At least the rich has some problem. He has few millions, he doesn't know what to do with them. That's why he feels, you have nothing. And you feel arrogant. Na'udhu billah. That's why Rasulullah said 3 people Allah hates so much. Remember that. A poor man who is arrogant. An old man who is still making zina. Yes. The 3 most hated people to Allah. A poor who is arrogant. Because he has no reason to be arrogant. He is poor. At least the rich or the powerful has some problem. Still is wrong. Still is haram. How about this one? An old man, na'udhu billah, he's about to die, he's still looking for women. Who is Zani. Instead of making tawbah and asking Allah forgiveness, he's still... And who's the third? A leader, a political leader who is a liar. Ya Allah, we just do this. You are a leader and you lie. Just say, my way or the highway. But don't lie. You are a leader. You have all the power and you lie. You know, most leaders lie. That's how they, exactly. That's how they got there. Very good. Correct. Alhamdulillah. You see, you are finding it yourself. Yes, a political leader who lies. You're a king and you lie. You're a minister and you lie. I have power, I should never lie. It's going to be dictatorship. Period. Simple as this. Yalla. But at least I don't lie. I'm noble. I'm bad in being dictator, but I don't lie. So these are the three people, the most hated people to Allah. A poor person who is arrogant, an old man who is zani, and a leader who lies. Remember that. Is correct liar?
No. With an I.
An I.
Wrong spelling.
Okay. Tell me. Don't be afraid.
L-I-E-R. E-R.
No problem, no problem. And we all make mistakes. Actually, what came in my mind when I wrote it, this one, tire, limb tire. Yeah, I was thinking of it. No, wallahi, I was thinking of it. That's why I was like, wallahi, let's name, brothers and sisters, let's name things the way they are. Wallahi, enough going around the bushes. When you meet a liar, tell him you're a liar. Allahu Akbar, here it is, Adhan, the truth. Rasulullah, one thing about him, he never told something, he named things the way they were. The truth must come strongly. Allahu Akbar. We continue after Salat, inshallah. Please be ready if you have wudu. Continue, inshallah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. We said that shaitan, may Allah curse him, his first mistake he did was because of arrogance. Because he was arrogant, na'udhu billah, what happened? He refused to prostrate. And what happened for one sajda, sisters, brothers, children? For one sajda he refused to do. What did Allah do to him? Cursed him. Now a Muslim who doesn't pray? Look, shaitan did not refuse salah. Shaitan refused only one sajda. And Allah still cursed him. What do you think a Muslim who doesn't pray, Allah will do to him? How many sajdas you deliberately miss? You know how many? 34. Because there are 17 rak'ahs per day. Allah wants you to pray for him 17 rak'ahs. Each rak'ah has 2 sajdas. So 34. So you are telling Allah, oh God, curse me 34 times a day. And the sujood of Adam, the sujood to Adam was sujood of welcome. The sujood to Allah is sujood of ibadah, of worship. Yet shaitan, for not welcoming Adam, he was cursed. How about not giving Allah his due? That's why, na'udhu billah, tariq salat, my sisters and brothers, actually, may Allah forgive you for marrying your daughters to people who don't pray. Allah will ask you yawm al-qiyamah, you knew this boy doesn't pray, but oh, finally someone came to my daughter. Inshallah, she stays like that, and she dies like that, than to marry a man who doesn't pray. Because he does with her everything except leading her in salat. What type of son-in-law is this? Please be careful now. From now on, don't make the mistakes you did before. Don't. Sheikh, my children are old. Okay, your chuchus. Tell your son or daughter, my son, my daughter, don't make that mistake. Huh? Which mistake? When someone came to marry you, I never asked. I just asked, who are you? Who's your father? But do you pray? Do you fast? Who's the imam who knows you? Serious. Don't repeat that mistake, please. So Allah said, and remember when we said to the angels, prostrate yourselves before Adam, and they prostrated, except Shaitan, Iblis. He refused, and was proud and was one of the disbelievers. So you see what arrogance will lead to? To disbelieving. Kufr is the product of arrogant person. Please understand, when you show the people the ayah and the hadith, and they refuse, they turn kafir. Kafir of what? Of the ni'mah of God. Allah has given you a ni'mah, you say ta'mahu. That's what it means. Denying. Kafir is a deny, person who denies. You denying what? You denying the right of God. Therefore, faith is of no avail if arrogance exists. Look, brothers, sisters, did Iblis believe in Allah or not? Yes. And the fact that, look, after Allah cursed him, when he spoke back to Allah, he said, فَبِعِزَّتِكَ, by your glory. Meaning he never doubted God, but his arrogance made him kafir. Shaitan is a believer in God, but he did not believe in his commands. Here is the mistake of some of us. We believe Allah is our God, but riba, we still do riba. See? A perfect example is riba. Still involved in riba. And we know we are dying. Ya akhi, stop your riba before you die. Still he or she. So Shaitan believed in the existence of Allah, but he did not believe in the command of God. Many Muslims believe in the existence of Allah, but in the commands they don't, they fail. And what led them to that? What's the common thing? Arrogance. Remember what was the mistake of the son of Adam, the son of Noah? When he begged him, he said, son, jump with me. And he told him, no one will be safe today except those with me. He thought he knows better than his father. He said, I will go to the top of the mountain. Water will not reach me. Still the father said, no, that's a mistake. Water will be everywhere. SubhanAllah, arrogance. He thought he knows. Now Rasulullah ﷺ, what does he say about arrogance? Hadith. Rasulullah ﷺ said, what is arrogance? I want to know what is arrogance, because sometimes I may act and you may think it's arrogance, but it is not. What is it? Arrogance is this, my sisters and brothers. Is belittling to admit the truth. When the truth is shown to you, you don't want. You deny the truth. Somebody showed you were wrong. Like this. See this example mistake. Let's say I wrote L-Y. Instead of saying, yeah, thank you very much, let me put the I. No. I say, that's my English. You don't know. What you're talking about is British English. What I'm talking about is Sheikh Zoubir's English. Because I am Shakespeare. That's arrogance. Because everybody said Sheikh is an I. You got it? Yes. So someone showing you you're wrong, but you don't want to admit. Your daughter, younger than you, is telling you, Ma, the hadith is this, or the surah Sheikh Zoubir told us to study, you say no. Yeah, you're arrogant. And you know this, who? You know by now. Most men are like this with their wives. They don't listen to the wife. Serious. Right, sisters are wrong? Yes. Laugh, I'm still here. When I go, you pay the price. Takbir. Now make noise. When I go, no problem. You go home, you say, what were you saying? No, listen. Look, listen, think, accept or not accept. Here is okay, but you don't even listen. Here you're wrong, because you are not doing the due process. The due process is to listen to the nearest person to you. After Allah and His Messenger, the nearest are parents. After that is the wife. Listen to her. And then think. And then process. If it's okay, take it. If not, leave it. But you don't even listen. A lot of people do that. Like children who don't listen to their parents until they are in trouble. Actually, when your father or mother are telling you not to do something, usually you don't like it because they're saying no. And we don't like the word no. But actually, when your father is telling you, don't do that thing, my son, or don't do that thing, my daughter, or mother is saying that, actually they are protecting you from something you don't understand yet. You're still young. You don't understand because you don't have experience. They have experience. Especially grandparents. When they ask you not to take a road, never take it. Huh? So, arrogance actually is knowing the truth and denying it. That is arrogance. And considering people inferior. When you look down at people, that is arrogance. So if anyone asks what is arrogance, I don't know what is arrogance. If you look down at people, anybody, you think he is lower than you. Don't look down at people.
But don't you think the belittling to admit the truth is different from not listening?
Yeah, it's like I'm belittling you. Who are you to tell me, even in the first place? It's like, who are you? Who are you to correct? You correct me? You know who I am? Yeah.
Even if it's not the truth?
No, if it's not the truth.
So that's why I'm saying some people...
No, it's that, let's say, look, let me give you an example. Give me an example.
Okay, let's say a wife says we should stay in a big house, palace or something.
Never listen.
Yeah, you see?
Okay.
I mean that kind of example.
No, it should be.
Is wrong.
It should be, for example.
Or we should buy a new car.
Dear husband, let's not send our children overseas now. They are still young. You should have listened to her because she did not say let's not even send them. She said not now. Until they are safe. For example, BA. They get their BA, then send them overseas for masters. No, you want to send them now when they are still young. If they come back, Muslims, if they come back just praying, tell me you're if some lady started hijab late, doesn't mean I cannot tell my children because I also started hijab in my 40s or 50s. No, sister. You tell your daughter to wear hijab. My daughter, don't be like me. I was so silly and stupid. I was thinking, now I realize I need to cover because that's more appropriate. So now, from young age, the children, the youth, don't say, well, never compare yourself to your children. Sheikh, I was also wrong and I just stopped drinking alcohol. No. But inshallah, our children will never touch it and hate it. Hate to even see it, let alone even come near it. Things like that. Don't you want your children to be better than you? So why not in Islam? Why better than you only in dunya? If I started driving my car at the age of 22 and my first car, my real car, I made it 25. I want my son to get it at the age of 18. No problem. Why not your son do Qiyamul Layl at the age of 18? See? It's only dunya, only dunya. Only dunya, my brothers and sisters. No. Okay, so knowing the truth and going against it, it is arrogance. Also looking at people in a very inferior way.
Yeah.
Okay. Arrogance also is refusing to acknowledge what is right and considering others to be inferior. What is right, you refuse to accept it. You know what? Like a judge, make a judgment with the truth. He's following Quran and Sunnah. Or the penal code. And he put a ruling. You didn't accept. Like, na'udhu billah, one of the Sahaba made a mistake, but he made tawbah. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam made a judgment between two Sahaba, one from the Ansar and one from the Muhajirin. The Muhajirin was Zoubir ibn Awwam, radiyallahu anhu. Zoubir went to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and said, Ya Rasulullah, the water reaches me first. He had a piece of land in Medina, given to him by one of the Ansar. So he complained to the Messenger of Allah. He said, O Messenger of Allah, the water passed by my land first. So I supposed to water. But my neighbor from the Ansar, from the people of Medina, is stopping me. He says, no, since he is local and I'm foreigner, I should water my land first and then you. Rasulullah ﷺ called them both. Look at the judgment of the Prophet ﷺ. He want to verify first. Yeah, it's not because you are Zubayr ibn Awwam or I don't care who you are. When there are two sides of the story, you hear them both. So he called them both. He told the Ansari, Zubayr has a complaint against you. Is what he's saying true? Is he adding or misunderstanding or something? The Ansari said, no, Ya Rasulullah, what he's saying is true. So the Prophet ﷺ said to him, whose land is higher? He said, Zubayr. Zubayr's land is higher than mine. So he told him, obviously the water flows down, not up. Let Zubayr water his land and then he will release the water to you. That man said no. He said and he felt like you are from Mecca, you are sidelining with?
Yeah.
Oh, the Prophet ﷺ told him, Isqi ya Zubayr wa arsil al-ma. He got angry now because after the Prophet judges, you should not refuse. It's a form of arrogance. He said, oh Zubayr, you go ahead and water your land, then release the water. That's it. But that person showed a little bit of, then he begged, then the ayah came, فَلَا وَرَبِّكَ لَا يُؤْمِنُونَ. By your Lord, O Muhammad, they are not believers. Until حَتَّى يُحَكِّمُوكَ فِي مَا شَجَرَ بَيْنَهُمْ. Until they accept you as a judge in whatever dispute they have. ثُمَّ لَا يَجِدُوا فِي أَنفُسِهِمْ حَرَجًا مِمَّا قَضَيْتَ وَيُسَلِّمُوا تَسْلِيمًا. Then they should not find any discomfort with what you judged, and they have to submit 100%. That is Iman. Ooh, Sahaba cried and went to Rasulullah ﷺ and said, please forgive me. I didn't know that was serious. So Rasulullah ﷺ forgave him, but he said, brother, don't do this again. Because the truth was shown to you. Why you keep saying no? Because I am local and... Yeah. Here you may go with someone because he is from your race. No. Come here. I hear the story. You are this and you are this. Whoever is right, I say. So the Prophet asked, which land is higher? He said, Zubayr, my land is higher than him. The water goes this way. He said, you water let for your trees and then close it, let the water go. Until Rasulullah verified. Then he made judgment. The other one thought, oh, because you are both from Mecca, you are helping one another. No, these problems are always there. Shaitan. Also, what made Qabil kill his brother Habil? I know, I'm older than you. I am abang. I am arrogance. Yeah, that's why he killed his brother. His arrogance. But usually, you know what causes arrogance? Is jealousy. Careful of jealousy. That's why never let the children feel jealous from each other. Yes. Oh, once you'll hear a jealousy, call both children. Tell them to ask forgiveness or slap them both. Taraf. Go sleep. Shaitan told them, only one guy can beat me. They told him who? He said the one who consults, the one who asks for opinion. He said that guy I cannot beat him. I beat everyone except the one who asks the ulama or asks someone of good opinion, elderly. Uncle, what do you think I should do? Always consult, please. Consultation. It's called Shura. There is a whole surah 42, Surah Al-Shura. وَأَمْرُهُمْ شُورَى بَيْنَهُمْ. Allah said, and their matter is shura amongst them. Ask one or two at least, two to three people. What should I do? Then, alhamdulillah. So, arrogance is refusing to acknowledge what is right. Last hadith, no one with the slightest particle of arrogance in his heart will enter paradise. Wallahi, this is what scares me to hell. This hadith, I am very afraid of it. If you ask me, Sheikh Zoubir, what's the hadith that really scares you? This one. Particle. Do you know particle? Atom. You will not enter. Meaning if you don't try to get out of it. Na'udhu billah, who doesn't have some arrogance? We all sometimes think we are this, we are that. No. Meaning when you know the truth and you still insist on it, on going against it. Even if it's an atom. The matter was just a small issue. But someone showed you, brother, you were wrong. And you still say no. Na'udhu billah. So imagine, my sisters, a person and brothers, somebody with 1 kilogram of arrogance, 2 kilos, his heart all full of... He will never see paradise. لا يدخل الجنة من كان في قلبه مثقال ذرة من كبر. هذا الحديث حديث البخاري. An atom of kibr. That's why always istighfar about arrogance. Ya Rab, forgive me if I ever felt arrogant or did something wrong or I shouldn't have behaved like that and I behaved like that. Meaning, don't die with arrogance. People show you the truth, say astaghfirullah, I was wrong, sorry. And by the way, when you say I'm sorry, it was my bad, my mistake, do you lose anything? Wallahi, in the contrary. Look at Umar. Umar, subhanallah, when almost every lecture we mention Umar, right? Because he was a humble human being. Do you know Umar how tall he was? He was 6 feet plus. He was 6.2 tall. His beard was red. Was red, meaning anybody is scared of him. If he walks, as if any one of us is riding a horse. That's when he's walking. So, yet, in one khutbah, he was making khutbah. Somebody came to him before the khutbah and complained. And he said, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, O Prince of Believers, women are asking too much for dowry. Those days, when it was little, still considered too much. Because you know who is a blessed wife? Her parents don't ask for too much dowry. Don't put a price on your daughter. She is priceless.
Sheikh, you know the wedding, let's say, hantaran or whatever, when you show off, is that arrogance or not?
Yes, very good, excellent. Showing off, look what we have, our daughter got. That's why you have evil eye, that's why your daughter is sick, that's why your daughter is divorced. Because you showed off. You have to show to... Actually, only the 2 witnesses should see, that's it. My sister.
Because hantaran, actually the intention is to show off.
To show off.
Yeah. Definitely.
Very good. Yeah, because it has nothing to do with religion. Yes, that's what is right.
Yeah.
You're right. But don't show off, please. Huh? Don't show off. Alhamdulillah, Allah gave you something. Yalla, secretly. Don't say, oh, my daughter got married, 100,000 ringgit. Hide. Allahu Akbar. Okay. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. Ya Allah, bless all حاضرين and حاضرات. Ya Allah, bless all my brothers and sisters. Give them rahmah, give them barakah. Ya Allah, give rahmah to our dear brother Muhammad Zaki bin Haji Abdullah. And all those who passed away, Ya Rab, give them Jannah and make them wait for us. Inshallah, in Alam al-Barzakh, in a good place. Ameen, Ya Rab. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. May Allah give shifa to my wife. Please keep her in your dua. Not feeling good.